He's been preparing himself mentally, physically, emotionally, and now he's here. He's in the qualifying match. It's the best of 5, and this is it. This is the last ESL Pro Tour of 2020, mate. He's got to bring it here or never. It's happening.
This is it for the year. This is probably the last time we'll have a DreamHack with Nightshade. I guess we'll get Lightshade. I mean, I guess we'll get that. Now that I think about that, that's kind of cheap. Nightshade, Lightshade.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, it is Lightshade LE, game number 1 of the best of 5 series in the finals of DreamHack Winter Latin American qualifiers. In the top left-hand corner, currently teamless, he is El Envuelto, El Cupillo. It's the blue Zerg player from Colombia. It is eGGz.
And I just remembered we'll do it for the next one, mate. We gotta do a Spanish intro.
Yeah, I know.
And in the bottom right-hand corner of Lightshade LE, we have the Brazilian player, the Brazilian Protoss player, representing Team The Bad. It is nanO.
All right, man. I don't even want to cast. I just want to watch. Can I sub someone in? No, I'm kidding. I'm honored to be casting this final event of the entire year. I would like to take this time to reflect on the year, but instead I'm just gonna ooh and ah at whatever eGGz does here.
Yeah, we'll see. We were talking about it earlier, but ZvP, it's an amazing matchup. There's a lot of diversity, a lot of different ways that these guys can play it out.
That's a quick third base or second base.
Yeah, normally you go like Gateway, Cybercore, Expand. Nexus first.
Or I think average here for the Zerg Protoss that we have seen, you go Gateway, Cyber, and then you go for another form of tech in your main base. But he doesn't have a pylon in his main base. He doesn't have a second pylon. He's not walling off. He's going for another gas, and he is going for that fast. There it is, the other pylon. But that is a very greedy build here out of nanO.
Okay. So a different kind of like quote-unquote cheese. He's just going for a greedy style. We'll see if eGGz is able to punish it or what he does from here. Again, like if we were casting Ryu, I'd be like, yo, okay, so eGGz. So the Zerg player, he wants to go for like that Ling Hydra Lurker style into Vipers. Like that's what Ryu does like in almost every matchup. Like that's his go-to. Yeah. eGGz, he's a little bit more all over the place. He can go Hydras, he can go Spire, he can go Roaches.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised here. I feel like we haven't seen Zergs go for a basic opener in a while, so it's refreshing to see eGGz do that. Like the last Zerg we saw, I already forgot who, the Zerg Lord, maybe? No, I don't remember. But anyways, yeah, Dark Unnamed. There you go. He was going for the quick third base. There it is. Is there still no wall? Extra greedy from nanO.
Yeah, there's still no wall. It's still very open, so even slowlings can get in and scout, and they would see this Stargate. So we'll see if he's gonna go for it. Yep, there it is. Void Ray.
Nice. There is one Overlord in position to die. The Lings are coming, but the wall is up.
So we'll see how cheeky nanO's gonna be, because if this was Paco Mike, the Void Ray would kill the Overlord and then a second Stargate would be thrown down, like Paco Mike loves his Stargate play. nanO, I'm not too sure.
I think that's maybe the advantage of nanO. He must be like practicing in secret somewhere. We don't really see him too much. Maybe we just don't cast him. He's there for a lot of the tournaments, but not all of them.
Yeah.
Like outside of DreamHack.
Ooh, and eGGz is switching things up. He's getting melee.
+1 melee.
That
Bane
means
Bust?
That could either mean Bane Bust or could also eventually lead to Mutas.
Or this could be, since it's eGGz, I'm gonna go crazy. It could be Ling Dropper Lords.
Oh my god.
Maybe a Nidus with the Queens.
Could happen. Could definitely happen, as he is making a big wave of Lings at the moment. He does spot that the third base is being thrown down. Of course, he saw the Void Ray earlier, and we have, I believe, that is the second Oracle, question mark? We had another one?
Oh, yeah, it's the second one.
Yeah.
I feel like something to keep in mind here, this is a best of 5, so more maps are going to be played, obviously, than others. So you really got to be specific on the maps you pick. If Lightshade LE is like the best Protoss map, you maybe don't want to pick it first. Because if this goes into a game 3, 4, 5, or 4 and 5, I mean, we're gonna start getting into those weird maps that not a lot of people like to play or play on, practice on at all.
Yeah, some of those weird maps like Submarine, for example. That's probably the prime example of a map that we could get into later on. At the moment, nanO, he's just expanding, you know, securing his third base, but we do have that lair on the way for eGGz, and he is getting a couple of his gases. I'm just waiting to see what that lair is going to be for, whether it is going to be for that Spire.
I don't think he has a Baneling nest down, so it's got to be Mutas. There's no roaches out. +1 is what you get if you're going for Mutas, so...
Yep.
Which I don't mind seeing the Void Ray and double Oracle.
Yeah, like...
Hydra Bane.
Oh.
The timing push.
I love this. So I was gonna say Mutas can work. It can be a little bit risky because of course nanO went for the Stargate opener, right? Like if he gets scouted, then he just switches into Phoenixes. This is a lot more like solid.
I 100% agree. This is actually what we saw earlier. If you want to go for the quick Mutas, and they already have the Stargate, it's kind of pointless. They make 3 Phoenix and it's done, but I love this from eGGz. He's going for the Hydra, Ling, Bane off of 4 bases. That 4th base, we got to keep an eye on the saturation, but he could potentially just max out off of 3 bases and low saturation on his 4th.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, especially when it comes to Ling main Hydra, like you use a lot of larva. Like that 4th base could just be for the injects and for the larva production.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes here. Zealot's on the way now, Storm on the way. nanO getting prepared for this. His 3rd base is getting very well saturated. So we'll see. eGGz is going to have to max out and hit soon. He's going to go for a little Baneling run by. But eGGz is going to start gearing up for war here.
Yeah, we'll see. Like these Oracles, honestly, they haven't done too much. They haven't even scouted. They haven't been able to see the lair, the Hydra Den, anything at all. He has spotted the Baneling nest, which could be a tell, but...
There's 2 Dropper Lords on the way. Pneumatized Carapace +2. Oh, no way. Oh, my God. The splits. The splits and the wall-offs. That wasn't too bad. That was not too bad of a hold. He did get 1 pretty full century there. But I like this. The Dropper Lords are coming into play. Pneumatized Carapace is done. +2 melee is almost done.
Oh, and this is interesting. So I thought the Dropper Lords were just going to be for the Baneling run-bys, but he does have a Dropper Lord full of Lings as well.
I love that. I called it earlier on. I don't know why I called it, but I did. 4 ain't too bad. Not good, but not bad. And every time he does that and he pulls a drone, honestly, it just kind of stops a lot of the gas production.
Oh, does he get the War Prism?
He pulls a lot of gas.
Oh, okay. He gets the War Prism at the same time. He is going for these drops as well.
And this is so important that he sees the army moving out on the creep. That means there's really going to be nothing at home. He's going to have to warp in at home. And it helps. It gives him more options. He can just keep engaging back in the natural, or he can retreat due to the reinforcements back at home.
Oh my God.
We'll see. Oh, big stasis.
Oof. Big stasis. But at the same time, there's nothing here in the main base, and we do have the Ling drop finally coming in.
Is it Stalkers or Zealots, which means he can pick up into the Dropper Lord again.
That's exactly what he does, and he just goes.
He's gonna War Prism micro the Protoss. It's funny.
Oh my God! Meanwhile, at the same time, the main army is pushing over towards the 3rd base. There is some stack defense though, so it's gonna be a little bit difficult to push on in. But there's nothing here to protect the 4th.
eGGz is he's being like a Terran and a Protoss and a Zerg all in one. He's dropping everywhere. He's like War Prisming. He's going for multi-prong harass. The Baneling, they're gonna connect on all the Zealots. Okay, they did kind of, but not quite as good as you would expect. But I don't mind the Hydras versus Immortal and Archon here.
Yeah, definitely. Like, it'd be a lot worse if there were Roaches. So the Hydras, they trade okay. They managed to take out one of the Archons, but in the end, with the Warp in, the Protoss is able to hold on to his 4th, not before losing 15 workers. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's rough. 15 workers went down between the Lings and the Banes and the run-bys. And at least the 4th base didn't get canceled, but eGGz does have a pretty nice hold here.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Pretty sweet.
He even catches a couple of Zealots as well. nanO is forced back. Meanwhile, eGGz, he's fully saturated. He's getting fully saturated. Oh my God, he was oversaturated in some of his bases on 4 hatcheries. He should be expanding, getting a 5th as well. He has to be careful. There is a War Prism looking to try and sneak in.
Yeah, and he's going for more and more Overlord drops. They're Overlord dropping each other. He's going for those Overlords at the same time. The War Prism's dropping into this base, going to go into the main eventually.
Oh, has to be careful. The Hydras are getting ready for the War Prism to go into the main. Meanwhile, we have more Banelings being morphed in to waddle on into the third base. And of course, the Dropper Lords, they are still at the third, you know, just getting ready to be utilized.
I feel like Nano's a little late on the Storm.
Oh, yeah,
it's
definitely.
just now being researched. And Egg's in a good position. He's got upgrades. I foresee Egg's going for a Hydra Ling drop in the main eventually. Oh, he got 4. Wow, every little thing he gets is good. But at the same time in the north, there's a Zealot run by taking out Egg's expansion. And I think if Nano holds here, he's in a pretty good position. He's got 69 workers. Nice.
Nice. But at the same time, all the Archons go down to the Hydras, the majority of the Zealots as well. There's only 2 Immortals really holding the line. At the same time, 21 probes went down as Bailey's connected into the mineral line here at the 4th base and at the 3rd as well. And he did it.
GG. He did it, man. Those Immortals were like the archers at the wall in Lord of the Rings. And they're just like, hold the wall! And they're just shooting for their life, taking out so many units. But in the end, it wasn't enough. They were just overwhelmed by the Hydra Oryx and the Lings and all that good stuff. And yeah, man, that was great. I am excited. I say we hold off on the Spanish interest for one more game. But at least it's on match point or like an even 1-1.
Oh my god, Yoda.
Mostly because I'm about to go get more water.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait till we're in lobby.
Yeah, go get more water. God.
Oh, I'm making you guys work for it. You guys had to sit here for hours, just like we did, waiting for it.
You know what? Match point. We'll wait till it's on match point.
Match point.
I like that. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. All right, I'll be back.
As we are getting our lobby ready for game number 2, eGGz currently up 1-0 against nanO, and eGGz was just in complete control, just going for those consistent run buys, the waddle buys with the Banelings, the drops all over the place in the main base, and the natural hitting the 4th as well with his main army, catching the War Prism. Mate, eGGz is on fire right now. Can he keep it up? And does nanO have something cheeky up his sleeve to whip out in this best of 5 series? That's the question we have to ask ourselves, as again, nanO, he's the best Protoss player in all of Brazil, and he's a pretty solid Protoss player in general in the Latin American scene. He has qualified for DreamHack in the past. Can he do it again? We will see. To do so, he has to get rid of his opponent in the bottom right-hand corner of Romanticide LE. We have the Colombian Zerg player residing in the land of Chile. He is teamless. He is eGGz.
And his opponent spawning in the top left-hand corner. I would like to call him the underdog of Latin America, playing for the Bad Clan, representing Brazil and picanha and all that is Brazilian. It is nanO! The man's a beast.
He's an animal.
He's an animal. He's also a robot because he's Protoss. He's a robotic animal.
He is. He's a man of nanobytes, if you will. Oof. All right. So we're on Romanticide, you know, one of the larger maps in the map pool. And I think this is okay for eGGz, right? Like, unless nanO hides something cheeky, like a proxy or something. Like, I want to say eGGz has got this.
I don't.
You don't? Don't want to say
every time I do, he loses.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't say that. You know what, eGGz? He doesn't have this, you know? It's looking rough right now, you know. We're here in the best of 5. He was able to squeeze out that win in game 1, but nanO, he's a monster. He's got his face mask on. He's a Reaper, if you will. And I don't know what we're gonna see.
I can't believe it's the end of the year already, Light. I feel like just yesterday we were like, IEM Katowice, oh, it's gonna be crazy. We get to cast the IEM, which honestly it is like the best thing I ever casted, and it's like the most numbers on YouTube. But you know, I didn't expect the year to go by this fast, and here we are at the end after all the COVID, all the Zerg losses, all the eGGz, all the Webbles, the Chupacabras. We're here, man. We're here, and eGGz is still dominating. I hope, at least today.
Yeah, like this is his moment to finally get what he deserves, because eGGz, he has been on top of the Latin American scene for a very long time, but when it comes to DreamHack, like for whatever reason, something just hasn't gone his way. So that's why, like, here for DreamHack Winter, like this is when it needs to all come together, you know. That's the storyline, right?
Yeah, I feel like that's the name of the game in StarCraft, is like, man, you could be the best, but you get one bad game, one bad day, you do a few mistakes, and your life changes forever. You're out of the tournament. nanO's now in the tournament. nanO makes a bunch of money, you don't, or you lose, someone else wins. It's crazy. It's so much little things. It doesn't always just come down to skill. It comes down to luck. It comes down to
seeding,
stamina. And wow, he actually got in with the Ling.
He got in with the Ling. He was able to scout the Stargate first. And yeah, I agree. It also, you know what? It also comes down to the fact that this is a single elimination bracket and there are so few slots. So I'm going to bring it back. You know, Funada ESL, mate, what are you doing with Latin America? Goddamn.
Funada ESL, Funada Blizzard, Funada DreamHack.
It's
Funada the map namers.
Exactly. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. But eGGz is going for a very fast lair.
Yeah. Most importantly, though, I think we should all remember Funada Destan.
Oh yeah. That's before anyone else. Funada Destan.
Yeah. Destan gets Funada first. That almost doesn't look like a full wall, but it is. Just the warping of the buildings is always weird. It looks weird. It looks like there's a gap, but there's not. And I feel like early layer. How much gas does he have? He's got 100 gas.
Yeah, I mean,
getting a Roach Warren.
This is interesting, right? He is getting that Roach Warren. Lair is about to finish up. I don't think this is for Spire.
I feel like we're gonna see the max Roach out here. At least that's what I would like to see. Like you just get 3 base saturation. You can max out on Roaches and just press your opponent forever.
I mean, okay, hold on. So eGGz, he's aware of the Void Ray. Like he's aware of the Stargate opening. He could just go into Hydras, right?
Yeah, again, Hydra Roach.
Yeah, why not? Look, he's taking all his gases. It's something
what
that's
a place
gas
for
heavy.
that Roach Warren.
Yeah.
I put my spawning pool in that position in the main sometimes.
Oh.
Doesn't block your gases or anything. It's just a weird gap. I think this is the first map that I've seen that has that weird gap between the gases. Where you can actually put a building in it.
Yeah, a lot of the time we have a setup like this, right? Where you have the gases on either side, but here they're together, so you can do something cheeky like this. And it actually is the Spire.
Wow. I guess that's a good play. Spire Roach Warren. You get out a couple Roaches for defense, and then hit that Spire.
Yeah, it's a little bit risky. You have to make sure that nanO doesn't scout it. Like if he does with his Oracle, then he's just gonna switch into Phoenixes.
Honestly, I feel like this Oracle Stargate opener is not doing anything for nanO. Normally you want to get a couple kills with the Oracles, but he's going straight into Archon, straight into Storm and Immortals and Zealot Legs.
Yeah, like honestly, this happened last game where nanO, he opened up Stargate and he barely got any scouting information. He didn't get any worker kills. It feels like a more of a defensive Stargate where like if there's a Ling run by at the third, like he can use the Oracle to defend against it. But you're like missing out on so much utility that the Oracle provides, like with Revelation, you know?
Yeah. I'm worried here.
I mean,
Archons.
Yeah.
Archons are here.
Yeah. Like if there are enough Archons in a good position, like it's going to be so difficult for Ling Muta to do anything.
The only good thing about Archons is they're too thick and they can't go in through the wall.
Oh yeah. Without a War Prism, like it's so difficult to maneuver them, and even then, it's a little bit risky because if you pick up the Archon, then the Mutas dive on top of the War Prism, and then
Really, you want Stalkers against Mutas as defense, but as offense, you want Archons.
Yeah.
And he's moving out with this army, and I think this army's. Oh my God, he's gonna get a lot of workers here. I think this army's pretty good for eGGz to defend against.
Yeah, it feels like it's missing a little bit. You know, there will be a massive warp in with the Warp Prism, and here we go. The Mutas are out.
Have anything to say about it?
Oh, but the Archon.
Is he gonna risk him off for this Warp Prism? He does. And now I think his goal here is to pick off the Sentries. Oh my God, look at that. Look at that milk overlord. Look at that big juicy milk farm there.
Oh my god, it's absolutely disgusting. There's milk all over the place. The Ravager Biles do land on the Sentry and even takes out the Void Ray, but the Immortals are pushing on through the Mutas. They're going across the map. Okay, they're a little bit indecisive.
eGGz is being very indecisive here. He goes up his own ramp only to get force fielded in. He does have a corrosive bile, only 2 Ravagers here, so the corrosive biles are going to be few and far between. The Archons are zoning out the Mutas. If most of the Mutas go down, eGGz is trickling in units little by little. The Zealot reinforcements come in. If these Immortals can stay alive with the Archons, I think nanO's going to be able to pull it off here. eGGz being a little too greedy going for the Muta play.
Exactly, and the Mutas that were so indecisive, if they came earlier, they would have been able to help out, but it looks like this one Immortal was enough, and eGGz is forced to pull the drones.
Rip to all that milk. I hope nobody here's lactose intolerant. Oh my god, look at it all over the floor. No use crying over spilled milk. eGGz will have one more chance. Yeah, or a couple more chances here.
Yeah, he holds. He loses 14 drones, but you know what? He had droned up earlier, so he could afford to lose them, and now he's going for the counterattack.
Yeah, but eGGz is still a little bit unsure here. He's going for 2 Corruptors and 1 Roach. Like, he's doing what he can here. I would like to see more Immortals. He's trying to get Immortals, Void Rays. I think that's the idea here, Void Rays.
Oh, God.
Against these Roaches.
Yeah, these Roaches aren't going to do too much against Charge Lots. Like, Charge Lots, they just get on top of them and just chew away.
He needs to get these shield batteries finished, and no, don't move out of the way.
Oh.
If eGGz targets down these shield batteries and gets them, oh my god, they're canceled.
They are canceled, and he's going to be trying his best to kite back against these Zealots, and with decent biles, he's going to be able to. Oh my god, but the Zealots are getting on top of everything. God.
I like the way nanO's playing here. He's getting rid of these units of eGGz, and he's trading efficiently. This is all minerals for gas. He's only losing Zealots here. And now with that, I'm looking at the loss in economy here, and eGGz has lost like 5,000 minerals. Or no, I'm sorry. nanO lost 5,000 minerals. eGGz lost 7,000.
Jesus.
nanO lost 1,500 minerals, while eGGz has lost 2,300. Very inefficient for eGGz. Now, I wouldn't mind seeing nanO maybe go for a push to end it here, because I think he has a good advantage right now.
Yeah, like when it comes to eGGz and the play that he went for, we were talking about it before. I do think a Hydrogen instead of a Spire would have been better in every single way. Like imagine Hydra's backing up the Roach Ravager with that push, you know, like it would have been insane. Yeah. And he is getting it now, which is great. His economy isn't too bad. It's just, it's really close right now. And you were saying at nanO, he has an opportunity to just go across the map.
Yeah, I feel like we talked about in game 1, if you see that Stargate, you know, just a couple of Phoenix can ruin your day if you go Inspire, so why even attempt it? But here we have the choke point. We got only 2 Immortals, 3 Archons. Now, I say only, but that is very scary.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's terrifying. And there we go. I was waiting for it. There is a Warp Prism to help reinforce the army. It's a little bit, you know, it's actually going across the map to harass. Interesting decision, because this does mean that nanO can't apply pressure and he has to pull back.
That's very risky of nanO. He's gonna go for the harass as opposed to the all-in attack.
Yeah, when
I was thinking he was gonna go for like a push plus a in the base Zealot run by, which that's usually how you end a Zerg's life, is just send Zealots to each one of his bases while he's pushing out, and he just can't really do anything. But here we have eGGz getting pretty close to maxing out.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, he is getting a much higher army supply. We got Hydras on the way. I will say that nanO does have Storm on the way, which would be ideal, but it's still a ways away. So at the moment, I think eGGz is okay. I don't think he can die in a head-on engagement. If nanO does go for that multi-frog, then I do think eGGz will be pulled apart, because I don't think he has enough to like defend multiple places at once. But nanO's not doing anything with his Warp Prism. He's just chilling.
Yeah, it's getting scary here. I mean, Revelation, I like that he threw in a couple more of those Phoenix. Like, it's going to be helpful to zone and keep Overlords out. Dropper Lords aren't going to be a thing. He can tag with the Oracle. But when the Hydras come into play, it's not going to be enough. So he does need the Storm that he's getting. Lurker Den coming out of eGGz pretty quick here. I like that. We didn't see that last game.
Oh, yeah, he's going to be going for Lurkers. And again, this is like the ultimate defensive play, and this is what eGGz needs to be going for because of how many losses he sustained earlier on. And now we do finally have Zealots being warped in, so the Warp Prism is going to finally go for a counterattack. It's just nanO's taking so much time with this. Like, oh my god. Like, eGGz is back into this game. Well, he's getting back into this game.
Yeah. Yeah, he had enough time to recover now, and he's sitting pretty on 4 bases, but I mean, nanO. Yeah, nanO's economy is kind of exploding here as eGGz lets him also expand heavily. Wow, just 3 roaches doing so much damage here.
Yeah, and he needs to, right? nanO, he's already on 4 bases. Like, nanO is getting a 5th here, and at the same time as eGGz, so we're kind of like with equal bases. Meanwhile, nanO is trying to push through the center.
Yeah, and really, Roach Hydra is a gas-heavy composition, and you don't want to go a gas-heavy composition against someone who you're even on bases with in a ZvP. You want to be ahead in bases, so that way you have the better economy, and you can trade inefficiently like eGGz has. So hopefully you can trade efficiently here. Storms do go down not too good. Not even really doing too much damage to the 3 lurkers that are here. He does take 1 lurker out. The other 2 survive. A good storm goes down. The roaches aren't affected too heavily. The Phoenix aren't even in play here. They need to start lifting stuff.
Yeah, and the bios landed on everything, so the majority of the Void Rays died, but it looks like the Immortals may be too much. The roaches do come in, though. They were dealing with the Zealot run-by in the main base. They cleaned it up, and now they're getting on top of the Immortals.
The Immortal Archon combination here is just seeming to be super powerful, mixed in with those Phoenix to lift things up. The Zealots coming in here, they're going to take out this base, and I don't know if eGGz can hold. He's only making 3 units at a time. He's got like 3 mutas on the, or 3 Hydras on the way, 7 roaches, and this is what I was talking about, that gas-heavy eco composition that he's going for. It's really hard to get enough units out to defend anything if you lose your army.
Exactly. Like, we can see eGGz is so gas-starved. He has like 300-400 minerals, but he just can't spend it because he keeps trying to make Hydras, keeps trying to make roaches. He needs that gas income, but he had just enough to hold, but at the cost of so many drones.
He's got the rich gas base. I think he needs to take that very quick.
Yeah, he needs that gas. He needs it desperately. He needs to prioritize all the gases, and he does. You know, he has the mining on the gases at his 4th, but he needs this one. He's getting it.
If nanO discovers that base, though, he's completely cut off from it. He didn't mine out that mineral patch in between, and nanO's looking for it. He's hunting down there south for a base. If he knows it's not there, he should be able to find it in the north.
Yeah, definitely. And there is a single lurker here. It is revealed. There's storms on the army. I think there's just too many Immortals. They're just pushing through.
God. There's 2 more Immortals coming back. And oh my God, nanO did it. GG. It is now a tied game. I cannot believe nanO is pulling this off like this.
Oh, yeah, GG. And part of me wants to say, like, sure, nanO, he played it out well. eGGz, interesting decision going for that Spire play. There was definitely an opportunity for him to take in a different direction, and in the end, yeah, the mutas didn't really do too much.
Yeah, I mean, I have kind of opted out of mutas as of late. They're just too easy to defend for most Protoss and Terran. Like, you really got to hide it and catch them completely off guard, which is kind of hard when they go for an Oracle opener and can just fly anywhere. Or if they don't go for the Oracle opener, they can go for a hallucinated Phoenix and scout it. It's rough to get away with going mutas. But we'll see, man. We will see. We're getting into G3, 1-1. Whoever wins this is on match point.
It will be on match point. Again, it's the best of 5, so whoever wins this, it doesn't, you know, it's not the biggest of deals. There is comeback potential, but yeah, these guys, they really want to get in that situation where they just need 1 more win to close it out.
Yeah, I'm going to I'm going to go ahead and say at least one thing you guys can look forward to is the next match will have a Spanish intro from Light VIP specifically.
And from Yodaslim, as he's going to be starting off with that.
My internet's disconnecting. I can't hear you.
Hey, you can do it. You can do it. Hey, you're fine. You got it in your blood, you know?
No, yeah, I'm actually very excited. Yeah, it's no biggie. I've been practicing my Spanish at home a lot, so it's always good to practice it. And I'm almost scared that I'm going to be too good at it now, and it's not going to be funny anymore. It's just going to sound like a regular intro.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait.
I hope I mess something up and it becomes funny, but Little times do I mess up the intro for this man right here. How can you with his track record? He's tied up. Winner of this game gets match point. Pillars of Gold, Ellie. Top right-hand corner, the blue Zerg from Colombia. El Envuelto, El Cupillo. It is eGGz.
And spawning in the bottom left of Pillars of Gold LE, we have the Brazilian Protoss player representing Team The Bad. We're tied up. We're 1-1. He is the Darkness Killer. Can he take out El Envuelto? It is nanO.
All right. I just want to say real quick, thank you everybody who's been tuned in the entire time. Anybody who just tuned in or anybody who tuned in at all this year. This is like the epitome, the big bang, the end of all of Latin American DreamHack big tournaments for the year.
Oh yeah.
So thank you guys for watching. Everyone here right now.
Everyone who's been here today, throughout other previous seasons as well. Like it's been a wild ride, and this is it. This is where it all comes to an end. And we'll see which of these players, you know, they've like nanO, he's already made it in the past for DreamHack Summer. eGGz is still waiting for that opportunity in DreamHack himself, and they both have it in themselves. They can both pull it off. We'll see what eGGz has in store for us, because he's been going for these earlier earlier lairs in both games. He's gone Hydra once, he's gone Spire another. I think what's important is that he's been doing different things every game.
Yeah, it's what I was thinking is something we talk about often. Like, eGGz isn't a one-trick pony. He's a try-it-all kind of guy. So I'm thinking, like, he went for Mutas, he went for Hydra, he went for Hydra Roach. I don't quite know what he could pull off here. I feel like when I say he doesn't have a go-to, but I feel like his go-to, the most thing we've seen from him is his Ling control. His early Ling aggression is what he's best at, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't mind seeing him go for like a early Ling flood here and just trying to get whatever damage he can.
Yeah,
you know, it would be hilarious if he went for that Cham play where he sees the wall open and he pulls all the pros.
Oh god, I don't know if you can pull something like that off on Pillars of Gold. Part of me would love it in like Jagannatha or something like that. But
or Submarine when we get towards the end.
Yeah, on Submarine it could work as well. It'd be crazy. But I would love to see it. Like, and as you were saying, time and time again, we've seen eGGz get into the mineral lines, deal a lot of damage with those Lings, or even go in for some scouting information. Meanwhile, nanO, he does have an Adept. He has once again gone for the Void Ray.
He's gone Void Ray every game. The Lings will get in for a scout. They're not going to be able to do too much damage. One should be going down. Oh, actually, they're both just super weak. That would have been funny if that probe hit it. Like, just touched it and it died.
Yeah.
10,000 IQ.
Oh,
I'd like to also commend the Bad Clan for having the safety logo.
The best logo.
The social distancing mask, the best logo. I didn't even notice his scythe was red, or whatever that thing's called.
Oh, yeah, scythe.
And I realized he's like the Grim Reaper, and Lethal Perfect is like a mummified Grim Reaper.
I don't know what it is about Latin America, but there's a lot of like skeleton logos and things like that. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. USA could never.
It's
all right, so we see eGGz going for the melee again.
Okay.
I guess this is his thing.
This is interesting. Very interesting to say the least. So, a couple of things. nanO is going for a second Void Ray this time. In the previous games, he has gone for Void Ray, Oracle, and he's throwing down the Flea Beacon.
No way. Oh, you sick man. This is how you're supposed to play. I say this all the time, and I don't get why players do it. When you're on match point, when you have some space to lose, when you think your opponent can beat you, go crazy, man. Do something crazy, and that's how he beat Darkness. And that might be how he beats eGGz right here in this game.
Yeah, I mean, this is very Parker Mike-esque. He loves to do this sort of thing. He does this a little bit differently with Phoenixes, but we do have these Void Rays. We'll see if he wants to go mass Void Ray and get like Flux Veins, like Void Ray speed, or if he's gonna like just go straight into carriers or something like that.
These Lings are gonna come and deny this 5th base.
Oh.
I feel like that was just a fake 3rd base, I'm sorry. Just like, look, I'm trying to go for a base and you canceled it. When in reality, nanO just needs to take as much gas in as he can and prepare for get his upgrades going for air and prepare for this. He sees 2 Void Rays, so he knows something is up. He's going to see a third, and with that, eGGz goes into the Hydralisk den instead of the muted den with the lair, and if he just amasses Hydras, he should win this.
Exactly.
I'm not going to lie. This is an easy win for Zerg if he does what he's doing.
100%. The only thing he's missing is that hopefully he starts +1 range as soon as +1 melee finishes, and then with mass Hydra you can go on forward. It doesn't even matter if your opponent has carriers because you just don't have enough economy. You don't have enough carriers to contend with them, and the Hydras just kill all the interceptors and just face roll.
Yeah. Now, unless somehow nanO's able to like keep these carriers a secret till the very absolute last moment.
Like, even then, I don't think it matters. Something that is interesting and I don't like, but you were talking about it earlier, we have the Infestation Pit on the way. I think eGGz wants to go Hydra Infestor.
No way. Is he gonna do it just for us?
I think so. I think he's going to, and I don't think he needs to. That's the thing. I think this is a bad thing. Like, I think he's wasting money into the Infestation Pit right now. Like, okay, we'll see. We'll see how things turn out.
I'm getting worried here now.
Like, it's not bad, but it's like, instead of this, you could have more Hydras, you know? And that's what you need.
If he goes for fungal growth, I won't be upset. But I'm not gonna lie, this is an easy hold. If he sees it coming, he saw the 3 Void Rays, he has a large amount of Hydras out. There's really no Zealots being produced. Oh, the wall?
Oh, there's a wall.
Oh, no. Okay. There's a wall.
There is a wall. Meanwhile, +1 air weapons has finished up for nanO. The carriers are revealed, so eGGz is 100% certain of them. And at the moment, I believe there are 4 carriers. No, there's 3. There's a 4th on the way. A 3rd Stargate being thrown down. But eGGz, he's not going to give him time. He's already pushing across the map. He doesn't even have... Oh, no, never mind. He does have a couple of Infestors waddling as well. And the queens.
Those queens are waddling very slow. It's gonna take forever.
Hopefully,
he's gonna get like three more out by then. Carriers.
Hopefully, he doesn't wait for the queens to attack. Hopefully, he just goes.
He's going.
Yeah.
Man, I just feel like some Zealots underneath this would be great. Something.
I think
we'll see. I think he's gonna go for Microbial Shroud just for style points. But if he went for a fungal on all of those interceptors, it would absolutely end it.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is. He did it. He did the Microbial Shroud. What a guy. The double Microbial Shroud. And I haven't seen it in play. None of these Hydras are dying. Oh my god, it actually works.
Yeah, the Hydras stand strong, and this is what we mean. At the moment, the carrier count isn't high enough. The interceptors just die. Meanwhile, the Lings are looking to try to bust in. You have to be careful, though, because we do have nanO pulling back to the shield batteries.
Yeah, but it really can't heal interceptors that fast, so that's kind of unfortunate. It can heal the Zealots, but interceptors don't get healed by these very well.
Exactly. So all the interceptors are dying. The carriers are completely empty, and we do have slowly the queens are finally marching their way onto the 3rd base. And I think, as you were saying, eGGz, I think this is an easy win.
I love this play from nanO. We always love when someone rushes procs into carriers. It's our favorite to watch, my favorite to watch. But as of late, it just doesn't work. We've realized it doesn't work. 42 workers have gone down. The Hydras and Queens are here. Carriers did get a couple more interceptors out, but it doesn't matter. There's still fungal growth. There's still whatever the shroud is, and very interesting.
Exactly. All the interceptors go down. The 3rd base is going to be going down. Meanwhile, the Lings, they slip on in. 48 probes have fallen, and even more because the Lings are just going crazy in the natural. And I mean, sure, nanO has kept all his carriers alive, which is nice. He just doesn't have the interceptors, and soon he's gonna run out of money.
I think the thing that made him lose was you need something under this. Well, here's my opinion: you need something under this, and also his main thing that he forgot. Like, come on, man, have you not watched M. Canning? Get a mothership.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about an early mothership. Maybe it could help, but it takes a long time to produce a mothership. But I mean, regardless,
bring the mothership into a recall into the main base. That's how you win. Microbial Shroud once again being used, and GG. I can't believe it. None other than eGGz coming in to be up 1 game on match point using Microbial Shroud. If that doesn't sum up 2020 StarCraft, I don't know what does.
That's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. I appreciate that nanO was trying to do something different, but again, because eGGz scouted it, all he needs is to just pump out Hydras.
And Microbial Shroud.
Debatable.
I don't know. eGGz looked like he really needed it there.
I'm just saying, if he didn't have those infestors, he would have had more Hydras.
But I mean, this is the way I see it. He had like 5 or 6 Hydras and some Queens, and he only lost a couple Hydras in that entire game. So maybe Microbial Shroud is more cost efficient, makes you do more with less.
Yeah, definitely.
And you can reuse Microbial Shroud, so you're getting more value every time you use it. So maybe that's his thought process there. And he only got 2. It's not like he went for 4, which I would expect, like some hacking going on, some parasitic bomb. I mean, not parasitic, some fungal growth, but yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. And eGGz, he's on match point as we are getting into the lobby. And before we do, I'm just going to quickly BRB for like a minute. I should be back for the intro.
All right.
Ok. Estoy aquí.
Right.
Estamos
Ready?
aquí.
¿Listo?
Listo. Vámonos.
Vámonos. Damas y caballeros, estamos en el final de todo el torneo. Aquí, en esta izquierda de la mapa, tenemos el mejor jugador de todo este torneo de Latinoamérica y se llaman eGGz, el cupillo, el envuelto de Colombia.
Oh my god, y aquí en la esquina izquierda tenemos el brasileño, tenemos el verde, el Protoss, él mató al oscuro, al oscuro. Do you understand? ¿Entiendes qué pasó antes? Oh my god, y aquí estamos en el final del torneo del DreamHack. Tenemos representing el equipo, los malos son es nanO.
That clan name actually sounds way better in Spanish.
Yeah, los malos.
Wow, we're killing it.
Killing it.
We're killing it, man. We're great. That was a pro gamer intro, guys.
Exactly. And oh boy, I was gonna say I messed it up. I was gonna say like the Chilean darkness killer, but I messed up on the
That's
Chilean.
hard. That's hard to say. Chilean darkness killer. That's a complicated one. Getting too hard on yourself there. Like you need to go to advanced, and you're like an extreme expert right now. Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh, there you go, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Y'all waited forever. You guys got what you wanted. Only for the true fans. I feel like a lot of the Latin American people who wanted to see that are gonna have to watch the VOD.
Probably.
I don't know where Darking is. Destan is probably crying somewhere, fetal position.
It's fine because I know that it's gonna get clipped anyway, so they'll be able to see that. And honestly,
not
like,
get clipped.
I'll make sure. Like we're here. We're in the match. We're on match point. eGGz. He's so close.
This could be the final DreamHack game of the entire year for the qualifying Latin American. And I know that's very specific, but it's a huge deal for all of us watching. If you guys have watched the winter, summer, fall, if you guys have seen anything, you guys know what's been on the line, what these players have been fighting for. And the thing I love most about this year, I feel like it's New Year's when we're talking about the past year. We're not even in December yet, but what I liked about the years was the stories. We followed all these players, every single event, and it all really comes down to this.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is all it comes down to. 2020, it's been building up to DreamHack Winter. We've had new patches, we've had new map pools, and this is it. This is the final one of the year. This is the last chance for everyone. And eGGz, he's so close. He's up 2-1. He scouts, he sees once again the Stargate opener.
nanO just does not quit this Stargate opener. I'm starting to wonder, was that first game he won against eGGz just due to error of eGGz, or did nanO play that good? Because I feel like we talked about it, the mutas just didn't do anything. Did nanO scout the mutas, or was that just a very bad choice by eGGz? I don't know.
Right, like I honestly, part of me feels like it was a bad choice from eGGz.
Yeah, that's what I feel. I feel like he should have won already.
Yeah, and you know what, eGGz, he's going for the same thing. I honestly, I'm probably going to look at these replays because
I'm thinking that too every game, like melee first against Protoss. Yeah, that makes sense.
Because like I'm used to playing roaches, like roaches into like Hydra Lurker or something along those lines.
4-minute roach porn every time.
But this style, this like Ling +1 melee into Hydra style, I like it.
For the first time though, he's going straight into Banes. Are we gonna get a Bane bust?
Yeah, boy, we should be getting a Bane.
Oh my god. I think now it's safe to say that eGGz is the Ling player. A lot we say, like, you know, Ryu's the Viper Lurker, and Cham is like the Infestor, Nidus, Swarm Host. Yeah, there you go. And obviously Jim is the Mutaman. eGGz is the Ling man.
Oh yeah, he be all about them Lings. He does so much with them so often, especially in this matchup. Not even, like, he also does so well with them against Terran players, against Zerg players, and we'll see as the Bane Nest is finishing up. Still no lair coming out from eGGz.
We've seen so many different openers from Zergs today. I'm really baffled as to where the meta is. We've seen quick third bases, we've seen quick melee, we've seen quick layers, we've seen mutas, we've seen Ling speed skipped. All right, here it is, warping in the speed zone. I like that play because you could fastly get out of it. Now, you don't see a layer, ladies and gentlemen, because eGGz has no intention of getting in the layer, as nanO's going for the fleet beacon and another Stargate. That never worked. That's it. He doesn't have enough defense here. He's not going to be able to get enough units out.
He doesn't have anything. He doesn't even have an Oracle or something to help out as he's going for the Baneling bust. We do have a couple of Zealots here, though, and they do fairly well against Lings, but they get surrounded.
The Baneling just took all the shield off of these Zealots here. Normally, there'd maybe be a shield battery here, but he took the probe out early on, and it was never brought back to make a shield battery. The base does finish up. He does get a decent amount of damage with what he has, but now with all these Void Rays and the Oracle, he's going to be pushed back.
Yeah, he does get pushed back, and this is now getting a little bit scary because nanO, he's able to hold on, and as we were pointing out, he's going for a fleet beacon, he's going for carriers. eGGz, he doesn't know about this. Like, he's gonna, if he doesn't end the game now, he needs to get out some Hydras.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna get the Hydra Den as soon as the layer finishes because he sees all these Void Rays here. But the question is, what is nanO gonna do? Is he doing anything different? He's getting his +1 upgrades, I feel, a little bit sooner than he did last time. But is he gonna put something under these carriers? Is he gonna put down some Immortals underneath? There's some Archons, there's some Storms.
Yeah, we'll see, as it looks like the wall is going to be going down. The Lings managed to get in at the same time. There are Lings taking out the third as well, and he scouts. He sees.
And with that, Scout just might have won eGGz the first place position in this event and his way into the DreamHack Masters main event for Latin America, and possibly even the main event. The final, no, here he's gonna take the base instead. He got the third base. That's crippling the nanO's economy.
Oh my god, that was insane. The Oracle was trying to defend, but it ran out of energy, and there were just too many Lings. Still another massive wave of Lings. eGGz, he doesn't know what he wants to go for. He's going for a Spire and a Hydra Den at the same time.
Yeah, he's going for both. I don't know what that's all about. Maybe, I don't know. I just don't know.
Regardless, he needs one of them desperately to help fight against this. Like, Corruptors, they're still really good against carriers. Hydras, of course, are better against Void Rays. We have Flux Veins on the way to help out those Void Rays, but there is this massive Ling run by, and he avoids the Sky Toss.
Yeah, so the Lings, and luckily the Lings can avoid everything and just keep going for attacks. He needs to go over that third base. The third base is exposed and weak, but he's going for that wall. He's trying to bring him back, but at the same time, nanO's going for a push. This is what he didn't do last time. He didn't push out until he had a bunch of carriers, or he never got to push out, actually. He just saved him up and lost him. But I don't know what eGGz is gonna go for. He's making Hydras at this point, and 7 Corruptors.
I love this.
7 Corruptors and 3 Hydras. Is he just gonna go Corruptor Ling?
I mean,
I think so.
He can just go both, right? Again, Corruptors are what you want against Carriers, Hydras are what you want against Void Rays, and nanO, he's diversifying, so is eGGz. The Ling's able to deny the third base once again, even killed the Cybernetics core, so now only Zealots can be made for nanO.
Why does nanO think this is gonna work?
I mean, it could.
The only way this works is if eGGz throws the game, but there's so many already Corruptors out, and with these Queens, look at that, all the static defense, he's got the Queens out. He's taking this more serious than he did last game, I think.
Oh yeah, definitely. We have a little bit of a waddle by, but they should get blown up before they make it into that mineral line. And I agree, like defensively, we have a big wall of spores, we have Queens, we have Hydras, we have Corruptors.
I've never seen this. That upgrade, that is air defensive weapons, right?
Yeah,
I
air
don't think I've
armor.
ever seen that.
Yeah, carapace.
Why is he going for armor?
I have no idea, but he's going for it, and he looks like he wants to commit a little bit more to the Hydras. Oh, the transfuses are not on point.
Oh my god, there's no transfuses. The Corruptors do come in after a couple of shots are done. He's not actually transfusing the Corruptors fast enough. They're going down faster, and he does recall now that a lot of the Interceptors are gone, but he does leave one carrier here.
Ooh, the carriers.
A token for his troubles.
Exactly, the carrier is going to go down. Importantly, all the Void Rays went down as well, and for some reason, nanO invested in the Void Ray upgrade for speed. There we go, he's trying to recuperate his losses, get more Void Rays, but what's important is that he kept all his carriers alive, and this time he has Zealots.
I love that. Finally, he added something in under here. I don't know if he expected to put something else under these carriers, but went for Zealots since the Cybernetics core is destroyed. But I love that the upgrades are about to finish for the air, and I feel like eGGz taking out the Void Rays instead of target firing down the carriers really hurt him, because the Void Rays can tank so much against Corruptors. You want Mutas and Hydras against Corruptors. You don't, I mean, against Void Rays. You don't want to use your Corruptors on the Void Rays. That's the most inefficient way to trade. Does eGGz have anything on the ground? I don't think he does.
He has nothing. He has Queens. That's all he's got. The Queens and Spores are on the ground. He's going for a big Ling run by, and sure, he's going to kill these Zealots, but he needs Banelings. He needs Banelings so desperately here to defend.
Oh my god, I don't know if he's going to be able to take out all of these carriers with these Corruptors, and even if he does, that's a big loss for both sides. The Zealots taking out the Hydralisk Den, the Queens can't even come and transfuse, but actually there is enough Corruptors to take out the air army, and the Lings and Hydras are showing up just in time to save these and defend from these Zealots, and I think now eGGz has held himself and is in a perfect position to get the victory here. GG! That is it! That is it, ladies and gentlemen. Just like that, you have it. Your champion of the tournament, eGGz, el mejor jugador de todo el torneo. He did it, man. El Cupillo, el envuelto. I'm sure Mabel's is already picking out her new purse or whatever eGGz has to buy her. They got their eyes on some new fancy headset or maybe food or bills. Who knows? But either way, what a tournament. What an event. GG's. I can't believe it. What a showing from Neo. What a great play. You did so good. You showed out for your team and your country. But in the end, I can't believe I got what I always wanted. And StarCraft miracle.
We've been waiting all year for this. All year. eGGz has been so good. He's been on top of the Latin American scene, but for whatever reason, he just couldn't bring it home when it came to DreamHack in summer, in fall. But here, finally, in DreamHack Winter, on the very last qualifier, things were looking a little bit scary. Like, he didn't have much on the ground. The Zealots were dealing a lot of damage, but he had those Corruptors. He had the Corruptor armor as well, which meant those Interceptors, every single one of those shots did 1 less damage. That was so crucial. That's why the Corruptors didn't die. That's why they got on top of all the carriers, focused them down, and el envuelto, el capullo de Colombia, he has won, and he's gonna be in DreamHack.
Mabel's, I really hope you had the Instagram story ready. I'm gonna go check Instagram right now. I hope Mabel's recorded the exact moment. She didn't. She's not even posting. What a rip-off, Mabel's. We were all waiting for it. Maybe she recorded and just didn't post it to her story. But either way, what an epic event, and today might have been the longest day in a while of casting.
Yeah,
what are we at, like 6 hours or something?
We are at 6 hours and 17 minutes. It's been a long day.
Wow.
Not the longest.
What a long day, but not the longest, but it was pretty long, but it was great. It was nothing but greatness, and Man, I'm happy.
Oh yeah,
I'm happy with the results. 100%.
Yeah.
Couldn't ask for more.
Definitely.
Well, I could ask for more darkness, other players in there, but nonetheless, this is going to be absolutely incredible finals coming up. Now, I'm going to go ahead and pull it up very quickly, but I'm going to let you guys know all the people who have qualified here today and in general in the Latin American qualifiers. Boom, boom. I'm pulling it up. I got it here for you guys. We have Eric, Jim Rising, the Zerg Lord. Actually, I only pulled up one. Whoops. But yeah, we have Jim Rising from Mexico, Eric from Brazil, Paco Mike from Mexico, the Zerg Lord from Brazil, and then today, the one and only Colombian player, eGGz. So it's going to be the battle of Brazilians in Mexico and just little old eGGz there. The lone Colombian fighting for everybody who's not Mexican or Brazilian.
Exactly. He's representing the rest of Latin America. We got a bunch of Brazil, we got a bunch of Mexico, but eGGz, he's got the weight of a nation, weight of a continent, of all of South America on his shoulders. He's going to be representing them in the main group stage, the main event of DreamHack Winter Latin America, and I can't wait. We haven't been able to see him in the group stage, and he's so good. He's taken games off of all these players. He's done well against Cham, against Special, against Kelazor, and Kelazor, he's not looking too hot right now. We can see something switch up in terms of the rankings.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's a changing times in Latin America. We see Cham getting higher up in the rankings, actually taking some games off of Special, and now that leaves room for maybe someone else to come in and take some games. We'll see, man. New maps, new news, new players, old players. We'll see how the main event goes, man. But I am, to say the least, excited for the main event. Even though we won't be casting, we didn't manage to score. That would have been the best way to end the year, to score that B stream.
Yeah.
But make sure you guys request it, watch the stream. Don't badmouth anyone, but voice your opinion of who you actually want to be casting these events. We already have Light's very reputable Rockstar Lifestyle casting Australian live event. Yeah, man. Shout out to all the winners: Paco Mike, eGGz, Eric, Jim Rising, the Zerg Lord, and of course the Masters Fall LATAM region division people from last one that qualified: Kelazor, Cham, and Special.
Exactly.
Man.
Congratulations to all those players, and as a reminder to the players who did not manage to qualify but made it so close, like Darkness, we in 2 days will be having Desafiantes Winter.
Oh yeah. And what is that, Light, for those that don't know?
Desafiantes is, of course, the event that we run in conjunction with La Espida, and where we invite the players who just didn't make the cut, who just didn't qualify for DreamHack Winter. They're going to be invited to duke it out in a playoff bracket to win some extra money.
Oh yeah, and that's not to forget the people who already won money here today. All the people in all the way up to 8th or 9th place, I don't remember. They all got a little chunk of change for entertaining us. And shout out to ESL, even though and DreamHack Masters, even though they're doing some things wrong, they're trying, and they're the only reason we're out here still doing events. Honestly.
Oh yeah.
I mean, obviously we do other things, but they took the weight. And back to the thing you said about all that weight on eGGz's shoulders of all the continents. One thing for sure is eGGz is going to be super swollen, freaking jacked after this main event.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be amazing to see how he does. I'm looking so forward to it. He's
going in a little cocoon, a little zergling egg, but he's gonna emerge a giant, strong ostrich egg. Or emu egg, depending on the region. But
yeah, he's gonna break out as whatever it is. It's gonna be a big bird.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be a big old something and another. But yeah, this has been great, man. Thanks for having me all year long in the DreamHack events. This is cool, man. I hope I get to do it again. But if not, I wouldn't be mad because this has been amazing.
Yeah, again, everyone stay tuned. Keep an eye on social media because Apollo in a month is going to be announcing the schedule, the qualifier dates for 2021. So we can start, getting ready and prepared and, get a glimpse of what 2021 is going to look like in terms of the ESL Pro Tour. I know that they do want to make some changes here and there as well, so that could all come into play. And I mean, if they allow community community casters. We're going to be there. We're going to be there for at least the qualifiers. We're going to try and be there for the B stream as well, of course.
Yeah, and speaking of social media looking out, I guess this is the point where we plug ourselves. If you guys want to find me, I am Yoda_Slim on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. I haven't been streaming a lot, but soon to come, I'll be streaming more. But yeah, thank you guys for watching and viewing and being a part of the conversation and supporting StarCraft. And if you guys want to keep supporting me and CranKy Ducklings, just follow CranKy Ducklings, social media, Instagram, Twitter, right here. Donate, subscribe, and just watch everything you can that is StarCraft. And thank you guys for an amazing year of DreamHack. That is it for me. Light, where can they find you at?
Light_VIP on Twitch and Twitter. You can find me there as I do tweet when I go live. I did recently cast ANZ Champs. It was a lot of fun. It was an experience to say the least, but I'm happy to be back here on the CranKy Ducklings. Like, this is kind of our passion. This is our home, if you will, our pond. And it's been great to be back. It's a lot more like comfortable here as well. I don't know, like,
yeah,
I miss it. I miss it, especially since we haven't been able to cast as much as in the previous seasons, Yoda.
Yeah, this was a weird one, but it turned out just right to end the year.
Yeah, as it happened, it all kind of lined up and it allowed eGGz to make it through. And
order has been restored. I can probably get a good night of sleep now.
Yeah,
I'm gonna sleep like a baby, and then you know, I'm gonna enjoy this moment until the actual main event comes in. And the special just whooped everybody.
Nah, mate. Cham's gonna come out. He's gonna come out strong.
Oh my god, I can't wait. It's a questionable time. Cham could. He went pretty far last time. It's the first time in years he's gone that far. As we said, always with Latin American StarCraft, nothing's off the table. Anybody can win. Anybody can take it. And nonetheless, we're always going to be supporting, and the Latin American community is beautiful, and they will always be supporting, even if we don't have quite the qualifications that we want for events, and we don't get the prize pools or the notoriety. Doesn't matter. We don't do it for that. The players and everyone does it for the community and for StarCraft. So very happy with the results. Very happy about StarCraft in general, regardless of the BS of 2020. And I'm done here, man. I'm excited for the future.
I'm excited as well. Speaking of the future, quickly before we leave, you can see the schedule on the screen right now. We have Desafiantes in 2 days. In 6 hours, I'm going to be live with Yaku with ESL Pro Tour.
Oh my god, you madman.
Yep, ESL Asia Cup. I have not rested properly in like 4 days.
You got 6 hours to nap.
Yep. And for the rest of the week, we will be the B stream for the Oceanic region of DreamHack, which is pretty sick. And this weekend we will be back with our regularly scheduled programming, which is Sentimental Latino and Battle of the Americas.
Yeah, man, it's great. Good to be back. Good to be here. And I hope to see you guys very, very soon. Thank you, everybody, for coming. I love y'all. Bye.
Ciao.